If you're going to tell a guy who was drafted 6th overall, this is Eli Manning's job, but we don't know how long Eli Manning is going to be here, whether it be a year, 2 years, 3 years. No matter what you do, you are not competing for the starting job. How would you feel as a quarterback who is busting his balls out there, who is facing scrutiny from everybody in the media and their own fans, and being told that no matter what you do, no matter how good you look versus the other quarterback, that's his job? Because you know what? He won us 2 Super Bowls years ago. When Eli Manning is down in the dumps and he's playing like absolute crap and he throws for like 5 interceptions in a game, I'm saying Daniel Jones deserves to get a look. What is going on, guys? At least a look. Video. Now, this is a response to the response I made on First Take. I made a video about First Take yesterday, and I got a lot of mixed responses, and I want to thank you guys first and foremost. The guys who disagree with me, you kept it respectful. We were able to have a clean, honest debate. And thank you guys. I definitely, everything is considered, but my stance does not change. I'm not going to come out here, like a lot of other video makers do and be like, oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I changed my opinion. You guys are totally right. I stand by what I say. Daniel Jones deserves to be competing for the starting job. Now, I need everybody to slow their roll on what I'm saying on this. Now, let's disregard the first preseason game, because a lot of you guys are thinking that this is an instant reaction to the first preseason game. Like, just because I watched this preseason game and just because of what Daniel Jones did in that drive, I'm now saying that Daniel Jones should be the starter. I'm not saying that whatsoever. In matter of fact, I'm not saying that Daniel Jones should be the starter. That may have come out my mouth, saying that, just by emotion and things like that. But I'm not saying that in the slightest. I'm not saying that Daniel Jones should be the starter for the New York Giants. I'm saying Daniel Jones deserves to compete for the starting job. You guys heard Pat Shurmur already say that this is not a competition. This is not a quarterback competition. Eli Manning is our guy. You're talking about Eli Manning is our guy no matter what. You're talking about Daniel Jones no matter what. No matter what he does in the preseason, no matter what he does in practice, he is not even going to be looked at as the starter for the New York Giants. That's not fair to the kid who's been, after he was drafted, has been facing nothing but hate, nothing but scrutiny, and nothing but, destruction by the media these past couple weeks and months, and by our own fans, including myself when I made that video. After all that, he goes out there and performs in practice and in the preseason game. Like I said, this is not an instant reaction on the preseason game, but he performed. He brushed everything else aside. He let nothing affect him, and that shows superstar potential. I'm not joking. And what makes me even more upset is that when Eli Manning was asked if this is a quarterback competition, Eli Manning says, oh, I feel like I always have to go out there and prove myself and compete for the starting job every day. But in the same breath says that there's no quarterback competition with Daniel Jones. He literally said that. And you're not competing then, Eli. You're not competing. This is your job. Don't say you feel like you have to compete and work for your starting job and earn your starting spot every week when you have a quarterback that can compete with you. But in the same breath, you say that there's no quarterback competition. It's even coming from the freaking quarterback himself. He knows there's no quarterback competition. He knows that. Now, I want to bring up the point a lot of people were bringing up, like the Chargers and Phillip Rivers. Ironically, they're from the same draft class, Eli Manning and Phillip Rivers both. But here's what I'm saying. Phillip Rivers has never been in a situation where a quarterback is competing for the starting job. And someone else brought up Matt Stafford. Okay, Matt Stafford. Who was going to compete for Matt Stafford with a starting job? Dan Orlovsky, or are we talking Brett Kaya, or these other clowns there at quarterback? Are you serious? Nobody's competing with Matt Stafford for the starting job. On top of that, Phillip Rivers. A lot of you guys bring up Phillip. I think 3 or 4 of you guys bring up Phillip Rivers. Okay, Cardale Jones, Tyrod Taylor, Geno Smith. Who else? Who else is starting? Who else is going to compete for Phillip Rivers for the starting job? Are you serious? Come on, don't bring up that debate, okay? Eli Manning is 38 years old. He cannot nearly do the same things he can do as a quarterback now than he was able to do back then. Here's what I'm saying. Eli in his prime versus Daniel Jones, no, Eli is the starter, okay? I'm saying that from there on. You guys are thinking that this is Eli from the 2011. You guys, that's what you guys are thinking, that this is Eli from 2011. That's not the case whatsoever. This is 38-year-old Eli Manning who cannot do the same things. He cannot throw the ball down the field. He is not mobile whatsoever. His physical ability as a quarterback is dwindling at such an alarming rate. Okay? Daniel Jones has everything. This is the thing I brought up to Rayvon from Virginia, who had a fantastic comment, who brought up a great point. Here's the thing, and I said this, I don't know how many times I have to say this. Eli Manning has right now maybe giving us the best chance to win down the road as our starting quarterback, because he has the experience, he has the football IQ and knowledge. But when it comes to comparing football IQ and knowledge, Eli Manning has the edge. When it comes to physical ability as a thrower and accuracy and running ability and athleticism and all that, Daniel Jones has the edge. Okay? At what point does the knowledge and IQ ability overcome the physical ability? In the beginning, it may overcome it. But once Daniel Jones starts developing that IQ and knowledge, now he has a physical advantage as well. Okay, here's the thing with Eli Manning. He cannot get any younger. He cannot throw the ball any better than what he was able to throw now. Okay, he can't run any faster. None of that. He's father time is catching up to him. But when it comes to Daniel Jones, who has a physical ability, he can eventually get to the football IQ and knowledge that Eli Manning has. But you have to give Daniel Jones the opportunity. If Daniel Jones is sitting on the bench, for 2 years of his career, he's not gonna grow to where Eli Manning is now. He's not gonna get there. You have to give Daniel Jones the opportunity to compete. If you're gonna tell a guy who was drafted 6th overall, this is Eli Manning's job, but we don't know how long Eli Manning is gonna be here, whether it be a year, 2 years, 3 years. No matter what you do, you are not competing for the starting job. How would you feel as a quarterback who is busting his balls out there, who is facing scrutiny from everybody in the media and their own fans, and being told that no matter what you do, no matter how good you look versus the other quarterback, that's his job, because you know what? He won us 2 Super Bowls years ago. That's his job no matter what. I don't care if he's here 3 years from now. That's his job. You're going to be the backup no matter what. How would you feel about that? That's not fair to the kid. That's not fair for Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones could be one of the best quarterbacks that we had. He definitely is on the right track. Okay? And us being sentimental and saying, oh, Eli, trust me, Eli is the only, you guys aren't understanding right now. Eli is the only, when Eli retires, I might cry, okay? Eli is the only quarterback, besides Geno Smith, Eli is the only quarterback I can remember in Giants history to start for the New York Giants. He is the only quarterback I know. Okay? But I am a realist. Eli Manning is declining at an alarming rate. I was an apologist just like you guys in 2014, 2015, 2016, maybe even 2017. I kept defending Eli. A lot of you guys are going up in the comments, saying, bench Eli, and I was shooting you guys all down. I was talking about how we should defend Eli. We have to get a better offensive line, a better running game, and we'll see what happens. This is the year. If Eli Manning does not perform this year or half of the season this year, guys, how can you defend it? Eli Manning has the running game he's always wanted. Eli Manning has the best offensive line since his Super Bowl days. You guys cannot defend if Eli Manning struggles this year. I don't want to hear it week by week. If Eli Manning struggles, I don't want to hear you guys, give him another chance. He'll get better. We've heard that for 3 years now, and I hate how the media keeps saying every single year Eli Manning looks 10 years younger. I don't understand. Eli Manning looks 10 years younger every single year. What is he playing, like a 6-year-old now? Is that 10 years by 10 years by 10 years? He's playing like a 6-year-old now. Is that what you're telling me now? I mean, come on. I hate it. The fact that they keep saying that every year means they're lying. The fact that they're saying that every year means that they're just trying to hype up the Giants and Eli Manning. Okay? Daniel Jones, at the end of the day, deserves to compete. I am not saying he needs to start week 1. I'm not saying he needs to start anytime in the future. I'm not saying that whatsoever. I'm saying he deserves to compete. And when Eli Manning is down in the dumps and he's playing like absolute crap and he throws for like 5 interceptions in a game, I'm saying Daniel Jones deserves to get a look. At least a look. Not saying throw him in. I'm saying at least a look, a chance to compete. That's what it means at the end of the day. So that's what I'm saying, guys. That's all I got for you guys today. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. If I forgot anything, I'm sorry. I usually like to write down some notes of what I want to bring up, some key points I want to bring up. But I woke up to these comments, responded to as much as I could, and I'm just going to make a video on this. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.